I don't think I can be more clear about this. Poser Pete, aka Secretary Single Malt, really is confused about the history of the name Department of War. And so, not for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and explain why Poser Pete is a fucking moron and doesn't know what he's talking about. From 1798 to 1947, the Department of War and the Department of Navy each had their own cabinet level position. Then in 1947, the National Military Establishment created an amalgamation of all the uniformed services. And then 2 years later, in 1949, the Air Force was created and the Department of War was renamed to the Department of the Army. You heard that right, kids. The Department of the Army was the Department of War, and it had been for well over 150 years. When the Department of the Navy and the Department of War existed separate from each other, they were each cabinet level positions. So him trying to say that they're just going to, overlook the last 76 years and just go back to the name that it was never the Department of War. I can't be more clear about this. I've talked about it before. Prior to 1947, there was no amalgamation of all of the military services under one fucking umbrella like Department of Defense. So Whiskey Leaks over there can say whatever the fuck he wants. It doesn't make it the truth. And in fact, it would probably be better for him if he just shut the fuck up because he doesn't know what he's talking about. You can change it to Department of War if you fucking want. It doesn't make you cool. You have always been and will always be a fucking poser.